it's official, as the Edmonton Oilers have robbed the NHL. Connor McDavid has officially signed his extension with the Edmonton Oilers, and we will break down all the terms as Oilers fans are absolutely fired up that McDavid is back or staying at Edmonton for 2 more years. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Oilers Digest. It finally happened. Connor McDavid is staying in Edmonton despite all the rumors and everything that was going on. You know, when will the contract happen? All that stuff. He's officially staying in Edmonton for at least, I guess, this year and 2 more after that. So, Connor McDavid, here to stay, the captain of the Edmonton Oilers. But before we get into the terms, how this will impact the Oilers, the cap hit, all that stuff, make sure you guys do, of course, subscribe to the channel. We are currently at 80% of viewers who are not subscribed. So if you are in that large portion of viewers who are not subscribed to Oilers Digest, why don't you hit that subscribe button? I kept saying in the beginning of each video that we're waiting on the Connor McDavid extension because there's going to be a lot to talk about. And now it has finally happened. You know, just kind of early afternoon, late morning today, there was rumblings that McDavid was finally going to ink his extension with the Oilers. And he finally did it. This is great. I think there's nothing bad about this, no matter what the term or the average annual value is going to be. Connor McDavid, he's here to stay, everyone. Let's get into the video. All right, first things first. At around, what would it have been? I guess 12:20-ish Eastern Standard Time where I'm recording this. Elliot Freeman tweeted, "We are trending towards a Connor McDavid extension today." And then he updated it at 12:20 saying, "Let's update this. Connor McDavid will be signing an extension with the Edmonton Oilers today." This is absolutely huge. Everyone was on, online trying to speculate how much he was going to make. What's the term going to be? There's a bunch of reporters posting about this. The Mark Spectors, Ryan Rishaug's, Frank Saravalli's, but, Friedman is always the go-to, of course. But, yeah, Connor McDavid will be extending. And what did Connor McDavid extend for? The same average annual value. Wasn't that crazy? 2 years, $12.5 million for Connor McDavid. Wow, one extension for McDavid. I think that was, a very nice gesture by him. He extended for exactly the same amount he is currently making. Almost taking a page out of Sidney Crosby's book, who's done that multiple times before. But Connor McDavid is trying to help the Oilers win here. They also did sign Jake Walman to an extension. We'll have another video on that at some point today. But Connor McDavid is here to stay. It's going to be like 10 minutes of me just saying that over and over and over and over and over again. But honestly, a great extension for McDavid. He takes, to me, a huge pay cut. We just saw Kirill Kaprizov take $17 million, and Connor McDavid's only going to take $12.5. Even McKinnon took more. Matthews took more. Draisaitl took more, but it was for 8 years. So, you know what? Don't worry about what people are saying. It's only 2 years. Who cares? Because Connor McDavid clearly wants to win in Edmonton. He even put out this post on Twitter and Instagram. If you look at it, he said, "Our journey continues." Before the terms were announced. If you look at it there, just a bunch of photos of him with the Oilers. And I think he wants to win that Stanley Cup in Edmonton, which is the main reason he extended 2 years. And I don't know if this means, I'm not trying to fearmonger, but I don't know if this means he's going to leave in 2 years. I certainly doubt it. But it gives the Oilers 3 more cracks at the can to get Connor McDavid a Stanley Cup. Same thing with Draisaitl, among others. And this year the Oilers still look very good. And it gives the Oilers some more cap space to play with as the cap goes up. They're going to be able to bring in even more players. Nothing to worry about in terms of what McDavid was going to make. I know people were throwing out $20 million, $19 million. Nope, $12.5. That is exactly what he's going to make. And then, I don't even know if I need to show you guys this, but here's Connor McDavid's stats. Obviously came in to the NHL in 2015-16, which was, I guess this will be his 10th season. Wow. Right? Yeah, this will be his 10th season, technically. That's crazy. But obviously, he had that injury in his first season, was a Rookie of the Year finalist, didn't win it, but 48 points in 45 games. And then in his sophomore season, he jumped right up to 100 points, a clean 30 goals, 70 assists for 100 points there. And then he's only dipped below 100 points one other year in his career. And you know why? Because that was the pandemic year, and he only played 64 games, and he was 3 points off, so he probably would have had 100 there. So, and then just looking at his playoff stats on the right side there, in the most recent run with the Edmonton Oilers there, 33 points in 22 games. Unfortunately, did not get the Stanley Cup there. And the year prior to that, he actually won the Conn Smythe Trophy, where he had 42 points in 25 games, 8 goals, 34 assists. One of the few players to actually win playoff MVP without winning the Stanley Cup, and then he's always been a playoff performer. 150 points in 96 playoff games played, So Connor McDavid, we know how elite he is, and this is super exciting for Oilers fans. I'm super happy for all Oilers fans. Honestly, you can't really go wrong with giving McDavid whatever he wants. And then just looking at the records here, he's probably going to go up a year. You know, I was always thinking that Gretzky records were untouchable, but then I realized he did not play his whole career with the Oilers. So, if McDavid does end up playing more than 2 years with the Oilers, he could honestly come up first in all-time Oilers points, which would be crazy. I think he would probably need, 6 more years to do that. So, 3 more years. So, this year plus 2 more, and then maybe a 3-year deal to get that done. And then, obviously, 1,082 points in 712 games played. I believe he was, one of the fastest players to ever hit 1,000 points. It's crazy he already has 1,000 points, 700 games. And then, his longtime running mate Leon Draisaitl not that far behind him as well. So Connor McDavid also, if you look at goals here, he is number 6 there with 361. Will probably pass Mark Messier this year. I doubt he'll pass Draisaitl because Draisaitl is going to score a lot of goals. And then I guess 40. He would need 60 goals to pass Glenn Anderson. That's not out of the question in my opinion. If he really tries, he already scored 60 before. So now that the contract, is the pressure is off his shoulders to sign it. The pressure is off all the Oilers players and all the Oilers, just media, everyone around, what was going on. Obviously, it was a mainstream story, so it was being covered all over North America in terms of, hockey. It's the best player in the NHL, but he signed, he's extended. I love this contract for Edmonton. $12.5 million to me is a steal. Again, it's really good. Just even looking at his accolades, I mean, I can't rave about the guy enough. The Art Ross Trophy 5 times, the Hart Trophy 3 times, most goals in the season. 22-23, a 7-time All-Star, 23. He was a Hall of Famer 5 years ago, and now he's a shoo-in. All he needs for me, not even for me, in general, is that Stanley Cup. I think if Connor McDavid can get that Stanley Cup, it would be super elite for the Edmonton Oilers. And then just some more fun stuff. Let's look at Connor McDavid, what he's worth. The best player in the world sacrifices $12.6 million over the next 2 seasons to hopefully win his first Stanley Cup. A truly unbelievable bargain. As we can see, the market value for a player like McDavid is $18.8 million, and he signed for 12.5. I cannot believe he signed for that little. I'm super happy for Oilers fans. This is just a super exciting day. Only 2 years, which is a little bit not the greatest, but it was either that or he doesn't have an extension. So I will take that over anything. $12.5 million over 2 years over the cap. I saw it's supposed to go up to $107 million next season. So that will be crazy. And then obviously we have the official tweet from the Edmonton Oilers. Connor McDavid signed 2 years. Really nice graphic there. It's really great to see that. And then obviously the Oilers lines. Connor McDavid will be a mainstay here for the next 3 years. So what do we think of the Connor McDavid extension? I love it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Very, very good contract. I'm happy McDavid is staying in Edmonton for the next 2 years. And then, we don't have to talk about that anymore. So let me know what you guys think about the extension. Subscribe to Oilers Digest for more news. I'm sorry if I talked fast. It was just a super exciting video. Let me know how excited you are in the comments as Edmonton Oilers fans. I'll see you in the next video, everyone. Peace out. Subscribe. And, enjoy your day. Connor McDavid, here to stay. 3 more years.